So we're going to control ourselves this year, and we're going to have a strong mind, family. So you know that I love y'all, man, but we are here for personal development. So that way we can develop in every other area in our life, because personal development equals success, right? And we here for practice, because practice doesn't make perfect, but practice does make permanent. And as long as we keep doing it over and over and over again, consistency, right? We'll gain the big mo, which is momentum. And we are, man, we seeking that right now. Oh man, so listen, man. Peace, love, and light to you. You know, it's such a beautiful and amazing day. Coach Ayo, we checking in for practice on Sundays, and we don't skip practice on Sundays, right? All right, so listen. This Sunday, we're going to get into 5 principles, okay? Well, I'm going to highlight actually 5 characteristic traits that some people may call the devil, some people may call Satan, some people may call the serpent, some people may call it evil. It's a lower vibration, right? And there's 5 characteristics that we want to identify, that we make sure we no longer allow this to live in our life, right? We no longer allow this to play in our life. We no longer allow ourselves to be affected by these 5 characteristics, because if we have these 5 characteristics, we understand that we drifting and we not on path where we need to be, and we're not in alignment. All right, so make sure you turn on your post notifications, like and subscribe to the video, to the channel, you know, all that good stuff, right? All right, so now we got that out the way. Before we get into it, I don't know if y'all like me, but I was taught a sky daddy. What I mean by that is I was taught that God was in the sky. It was separate from me. Like me and God, we wasn't the same. And I had to get on my knees and I had to pray to something that was outside of myself, that was out there somewhere, that was in heaven, that was in the clouds, right? Not understanding that the very essence that I'm calling on is inside of me. And once I learned that, I understood that once I could take control of my mind, then I can make everything happen in this universe. I'm not limited, but to my belief and my limited belief and my limited thinking, right, about myself. Because I have to believe in me. I got to believe the God that's in me, right? The ability to make it happen. And that's what we want to talk about today. So these 5 characteristics, man, these go into the truism. I was affected by these in my life, right? Like I said, we're going to be short and sweet. Number 1 is going to be doubt, right? We have doubt in our life, doubt. It makes you question the Creator's word and the Creator's goodness. Everything that's good that's taking place in the universe, sometimes you'll question it and you'll be very doubtful. You'll be doubtful about the things that's inside of you that you are convicted about, your truths. And you won't live out your own truth. You will be persuaded by somebody else's opinion or their conviction about something, and you'll suppress how you really feel or what you may want to do, and you'll go along with that, right? Give me one moment, y'all. Let's see what's going on. Big blessings to you, Queen. Big blessings to you, Queen. I can, baby. What's going on? So back to it, man. That was the Queen. But nonetheless, though, man, we cannot allow doubt to show up in our lives and take control, okay? So we gonna get that under control. Number 1, we gonna take care of that doubt, all right? Number 2 is gonna be discouragements, right? So discouragement makes you look at your problems rather than the Creator, rather than the ability and the future and all of the promises that has been placed on your life, all right? Have you ever heard that complaints are prayers to the devil? Yeah. See, I was always taught that we have to be able to control our tongue, because our tongue will create our heaven and our hell. So we can't complain, because complaints are prayers to the devil. But when we give praise and we're truly seeking the prosperity in our situation, like adversity is here to build character. I know if I have a challenge in my life right now, it's here and it's meant to teach me something. Like I got to learn something from it, so that way I can be better. All right, but we're not going to get too deep into it, but we cannot allow discouragement to play a part in our life, all right, in the programming and how we think and how we process, all right? We got to get rid of that discouragement. Number three is going to be diversions. right? The diversions that are in our life, diversions, making the wrong things seem attractive so we'll want them more than the right things. Come on. You know right now, some of y'all, you watching me and you watching me and you may be doing the wrong thing right now while you watching me, you heard me? But it's all good because you allowing the flesh to control your mind and not your mind to control the flesh. That's why fasting is always good. We always go through a fast so that way we have control over this flesh, man. We have a strong mind that tells the body what to do. Not our body just being all out of control and it's just doing what it want to do, right? And we're going to get deeper into these principles later on, of these characteristics, traits, so they don't show up in our life. All right. So number 4, we're going to get into defeat. Man, defeat, a defeatful spirit. All right. Defeat, making you feel like you're a failure so you don't even try. Have some of you felt like you a failure, like you wasn't worthy? I know some of us, like I said, we was taught to pray to a sky daddy. We were taught that we wasn't worthy of certain blessings that we praying for. Like we'll even start a prayer like, oh God, you know I'm not worthy of this, or man, God, you know I ain't supposed to have, or this, that. Why not? Who told you that you're not worthy or you're not supposed to? Is it your current situation? Is it maybe some mistakes that you went through in the past? That again is a defeated spirit that we got to be able to overcome so we can become champions and we can really live out our purpose in this life and we can stay aligned and we can be able to not be affected by the things that we see or the things that we hear. You know what I mean? Because some of us been told that we were maybe not worthy or we wasn't good enough for certain things, and the reason why we carry that attitude. I know that was me, man, that defeated spirit. So we can't let that show up in our life, and we're gonna get rid of that. All right, that's not gonna play a part in our programming and what it is that we doing new. All right. And so last but not least, we're gonna get into this. It's gonna be delay. All right, a delay. We always putting a delay on certain things. All right, making you put off doing something that you know you should be doing, and you putting it off so that it never gets done. All right, we got to be able to overcome this. I know, like for me, when I was transitioning from the streets, I always said I wanted to leave the streets, but I really didn't know how I was gonna be too legit to quit. You feel what I'm saying? Like I didn't know that leaving the streets was gonna come with this emotional tie with friends and certain mindsets that I have, and I was gonna carry that, and I was gonna honestly have to do some psych work so I could become a better person. And I delayed that process because as human, when we set a goal, our brain goes to either the reward that's gonna come from it or the amount of effort that we gotta put in to gain the reward. And that may put a delay in our performance. That's why I say we got a lot of knowledge and information, but we have to be able to pray over our performative actions, right? That's why I say implementation over motivation. We need to be implementing and then knowing what my left foot, my right foot, my left hand and my right hand needs to be doing. So we're going to control ourselves this year, and we're going to have a strong mind, family. So you know that I love y'all, man, but we are here for personal development so that way we can develop in every other area in our life, because personal development equals success, right? And we here for practice, because practice doesn't make perfect, but practice does make permanent. And as long as we keep doing it over and over and over again, consistency, right? We'll gain the big mo, which is momentum. And we are, man, we seeking that right now. And we're doing that as a community, because there is no community without unity. And you know, for everything that we're going through right now, we grow through it because our shortcomings is our shortcomings. It does not define us, right? Undrafted, but we still champions. So let's highlight it, family. Remember this. We're not going to let this play in our life, right? The 5 Ds. Let's go over it. Doubt, discouragement, diversions, defeat, and we're not going to have a delay in our spirit, all right? You know that I love y'all, family. Make sure y'all meet us here next week for practice on Sunday, man. Don't miss practice. You know that I love y'all. Let's get it.
Run that back, turbo.